My name is Laura Akal-Jawahir, and before I found the YPG, I was into a lot of partying. If the crowd had 11 tattoos, I wanted 12. I was into smoking, drinking, anything that the young people do in these days, I wanted to do it and even more. Always had a big group of friends anywhere I go from school. And we used to do everything together. We smoked together, we drink together, we party together, and that's where it all began. When we got older, we learned drugs, we learned marijuana, we learned mollies, ecstasy, whatever it was to get the party higher. When I would dress up and go out, I would feel like if I was on top of the world, but when I reach home in the real world with the headaches and, you know, I wouldn't feel good, something missing, something empty. It was always a fight and an argument in all the relationships in my life at the point in time, starting from my mother, my boyfriend, everything. So I felt empty, distressed, like something was missing. After I drink and I smoke, I would forget a lot of things that I wouldn't even know. You know, I would meet people and they'll see me the next day and say the lime was good, and I wouldn't remember them. Before when I was in school, I would fall back in my studies, especially when I started university. I struggled with that. I had a lot of struggles with continuing my classes and actually trying to finish doing my degree because all I was studying was to lime and to party. The outfits, the short dresses, and it seemed like every month the clothes get shorter. So you have to like compete with it, compete with other girls, compete with the nakedness or, you know, whatever the new trend might be, tattooing your skin especially. I would always get a lot of male attention from ever since. Always get a lot of male attention, and yes, I would jump into relationships, and until one relationship left me a single mother. And I continued being in relationships that never worked out. We always fight. It was always a jealousy issue. It was always something. It never worked. I used to argue with my mom a lot, up to even at old age, from teenage all the way up. I didn't have a good relationship with my mom when I was a teenager because she was a flight attendant and she was hardly around. So I had a lot of freedom and I didn't respect her as a mother. She was more like my friend. There was a day after the service, I looked back and there were a big group of youths and they were all laughing, and I was kind of curious as to, you know, what was the cause of the laughter, and it was sheer curiosity that actually made me question who are these people? Who's the YPG? Because they all had on their little t-shirts marked YPG and they were looking so cute. I just wanted to know about them. When I just started being active in the group, I was very shy. I didn't feel like I fit in among these people because they were so, you know, I want to use the word godly. They were so into the whole Jesus Christ and they love, and so I didn't feel like I fit in. So I was really quiet and reserved. But they kept at it. They always invited me to go where they went. They always invited me to meetings. And by seeing the attention they were giving to me, I started coming. Eventually, I started feeling like if I belong, feeling like if I fit in. I noticed things really began to change when I didn't feel comfortable doing the party promotions and the modeling and the things that I used to feel comfortable doing. I stopped feeling like if I was supposed to do it. Something in my mind kept telling me, this is not the right thing to do. This is not the place where you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be somewhere else. And I believe that's when the change started. That little voice in your head telling you the right thing to do. Eventually, I gave up the smoking, the drinking, the partying, and today I feel fulfilled. I feel like a void has been filled. I feel like if I found my voice, literally found my voice, because through the YPG, I started to sing. I started to express myself through songwriting. Today, my mother and I are friends as well as mother and daughter. We do argue, but 2 minutes later, we're back together again. We learn how to express ourselves instead of going to sleep angry, instead of just not talking to each other, the silent treatment. We learn how to say, you know, I was wrong, and talk things out. Today, I feel like if I will make a lot of people proud, today I feel like I can walk the streets with my head high, no matter what anyone says. I know I have a clean heart. I feel fulfilled. I feel to spread the word of love and Jesus to everyone that I see and approach. I'm not shy anymore. I'm not ashamed to speak about the way I was and the way I am now. I'm not ashamed at all. And life is just better now. I will advise any youth, any person who's going through anything in their lives that they feel down, they feel depressed, they feel they don't have anywhere they belong, you belong to the YPG. We're waiting for you and we welcome you with open arms as they did to me.